Hi, my name is Candace Fisher, and I'm with doTERRA Essential Oils, and I am a leader in doTERRA and a top earner, and I'm super excited to be here to talk to you about the Engaging Good Kits. So our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. O, came up with this great idea to create a kit that would support first responders and our medical personnel that are out on the front lines during COVID. And I think it's great. I think it's super awesome, and I think you're going to love it too. So briefly, we will discuss what is all in your kits, but I'd like to introduce you to my guest, Christina Lindstrom, and have her tell you a little bit about her cool job and why I've invited her to talk with me. So number one, she's an essential oil lover. So that is definitely, part of why she's here. But the other reason is because of this cool job she has. So tell me about your cool job.
I have a very cool job. So thanks for having me, by the way.
Absolutely.
I am a certified safety professional. I work in the construction industry. I have been in the construction industry for about 25 years. I don't know how that can be since I'm not even 30, but
I know, we're young.
It's amazing. But seriously, I work for a very large constructor, a global constructor. My territory is North America. We primarily focus on tunnels and other infrastructure projects.
Tunnels like?
Subway tunnels, LRT tunnels, sewer tunnels, water tunnels. Wow. If it's round, gray, long, we can build it.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, it's
very cool.
It's pretty cool. So when there's not a pandemic going on, it's my responsibility to travel throughout North America, visit the job sites that we are associated with or our subsidiaries are associated with. I provide educational assistance, program assistance, and just another set of eyes just to make sure that everybody goes home safely.
I love that. So you were also an EMT. Mm-hmm. You were with Liberty Ambulance.
I was a very, very long time ago.
That's great.
I loved being an EMT. It was so rewarding.
So definitely been on the front lines before. Mm-hmm. That is, I love it. Okay, so also you are part of CERT.
I am. So my last project was out of the country.
Okay.
When we moved back stateside, we decided to move back to our hometown. And in doing so, we decided we wanted to give back to this wonderful community that raised us and gave us so much as children. We decided to join CERT, which if you don't know about CERT, you got to do some research because it's a really cool program. It's a FEMA program that is managed by the fire department and essentially provides assistance when dispatched for any type of emergency, natural disaster, or other situation where the fire department would require any type of backup or support.
Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. So I know you were at the Ridgecrest earthquake.
Yes, actually almost a year ago this week.
Right, mm-hmm. right. So did you use the essential oils while you were out there in the field?
I did.
Great. Yeah. All right. So you've told me that you have a go bag, and that go bag always has essential oils in it.
Yeah, it's got a few of them that we're actually going to talk about today.
That's awesome. So don't forget to tell me how you use them while you were on the field, and then also, how you use them day to day.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Let's do it.
Okay. So in your kits, we did run into a little bit of supply issues, as everyone is with masks and gloves. So this is a box of 50 masks, and one kit is 25 masks. So if you were only going to get one kit, you'll be surprised. You'll receive two, because I didn't want to break into the boxes. So you'll get a box of gloves, a box of masks, and on each box is a sticker with contact information, so you have a support line. And my number's on there, and also my team members that are close to you that you may have been in contact with. That is also part of your support system. So please avail yourself of that. We are here to help. And then your bag of doTERRA goodies. And we are very excited for you to try our doTERRA hand sanitizer. It has our On Guard essential oil blend in it. And I have to say that of all the hand sanitizers, and believe me, I see there are a lot out there. Everywhere I go, obviously, most people are using them. Mm-hmm. This is my favorite.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, definitely weigh in on that one. So I don't need to tell you how to use that. The other thing that's in your kit is Deep Blue. And Deep Blue is a Vanna moment. Deep Blue is a lotion, and it has our Deep Blue blend in that. And these little packets, it comes in 10 per box. You'll want to snip off the little edge and only use a tiny bit. You'll get several usages out of this. And one of the ways that I use it is on the back of my neck, or when I also get to travel a lot with my job all over North America. So I love traveling. I love meeting new people. But one of the things that I seem to not be able to do is pack lightly. So as I'm walking through the airport, those heavy bags, you know, that occasional soreness from that, Deep Blue is my friend while I'm doing that. So how do you use Deep Blue? Like last year and then, you know, on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I use Deep Blue every day. When I'm traveling, if I'm taking a checked bag, I will take this because it's 4 ounces and not 3.5 ounces like TSA mandates for carry-on baggage.
Right.
But I also carry the packets with me in my safety vest. They're in my CertGo bag.
Okay.
And I use them every day. So,
right. So if you carry them around in your safety vest, do you share? Oh, we need to give her some more so that she can hand them out like candy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because word travels that it helps, and you know, if they don't see it, they smell it. Hey, what's that smell?
Right.
Because it does smell good. So I use this every day when I get out of the shower. I put some on the bottoms of my feet and on the back of my neck.
Okay.
I also put it on my pulse points during the day if I get a little bit overheated.
Okay.
And you don't need a lot. I'll show you right here because I just dig this so much. It's smaller than a pea size.
Okay.
All right, on clean hands.
A little goes a long way.
A little goes a long way. So with this little pea size, I could do both of the bottoms of my feet, and I would also be able to do the back of my neck. And it feels really good. Again, with my goal for me being to make the end of my day better.
Right.
So by putting it on the bottom of my feet at the beginning of the day, it helps sort of delay those aches and pains that happen from being on my feet all day.
Great.
And then on those pulse points, it feels really cooling and it smells good.
Well, we know that our first responders and our healthcare workers on their feet like all day long.
Yeah.
So please use that on your feet. You're going to love it. Again, the pulse points, it's got a very cooling effect. It's got peppermint in it. So I would assume you were using that when it was 115 plus.
I did.
In Ridgecrest.
Yeah, frequently.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
But
there is a caveat.
Listen, wash your hands when you're done using this fabulous oil and lotion.
You will only do it once, and then you won't like me ever, and you won't want to use it. So please wash your hands. It is, again, we talked about that cooling effect. It's really great back of the neck, on your feet. In other areas, not so much. So make sure you definitely wash your hands.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about and touch about while we get into the essential oils. So this is a 15 ml bottle of essential oils. This is our full size bottle. You'll receive 4 of these: Breathe, Wild Orange, Lemon, and Tea Tree. So when I started talking to people about using the essential oils, how they would use these kits, one of the ways that I use it was discussed, and I received some pushback that maybe putting essential oils on masks would degrade or cause efficacy issues with those masks. And can you address that?
Sure, it's a valid concern.
Okay.
I mean, this mask is your PPE. It's your personal protective equipment. So you want to be careful because if you impact the efficacy, you're going to put not only others at risk, you could potentially put yourself at risk. So I totally get it.
Okay.
So this right here is an N95. It's a Moldex mask. I'm not endorsing this company, but when I see something on a video, I always want to know what it is. So this is a Moldex N95.
Right.
So if I was going to use Breathe, and I have used Breathe with this mask specifically, here's what I would do. It's very simple. You're going to take a clean finger and just touch the top of the bottle. And you're not going to want to put the oil anywhere that will impact the structural integrity or the efficacy of this mask.
Okay.
So you're not going to want to put it on the outside webbing, on the straps. You're going to want to put it inside the mask on a part that will not touch your face.
Okay.
Because for me, I don't like putting a raw oil on my face.
Okay.
It doesn't feel good. I use them on my face with other oils like coconut oil or whatever.
Vegetable oil.
Yeah, yes, or vegetable oil.
To dilute.
Right. But so I would rub it along the bottom part of the mask. It's not going to touch my skin, and you can even put it up here by where your nose is. And just that little bit, you can smell it. It makes your sinuses feel clear, makes your lungs feel good, and it just smells nice.
It is. It's got a lovely scent. So one of the great things about using this is what I've been hearing, I spent some time at Kern Radiology and a couple of other offices last week with people that were wearing masks all day long, you know, long shifts all day long. They were talking about the soreness and rawness around their face and on their skin. They were talking about feelings of claustrophobia, feelings of like aloneness, and how it was emotionally affecting them. So I love that this oil helps for me not feeling that claustrophobic feeling. You know, when I feel like I can take a little bit deeper breath, I don't quite feel so close.
Yeah.
So definitely one of the other ways that you can use this is as a personal diffuser. So when you want to take off your mask, try to get that, you know, open up those airways, really get those deep breaths in. And you can put 1 drop in the palm of your hand. I know she was going to do that, so I knew she was going to like it. And you want to rub your hands together, and then you want to cup in front of your face, and you don't want to touch your face. And breathe that in. And you're going to get several usages out of that.
So what is the V word? I always forget. Why do you rub your hands together?
So the reason why you just don't put an essential oil on and then breathe it in is essential oils are a volatile compound. So they will dissipate in the air. So you want to rub it in and not lose any of that goodness, and then again, cup and breathe it in. And that is making a personal diffuser, just like you're making your mask a little bit of a personal diffuser. Okay, one of the other essential oils that I know is your personal favorite,
it's
because
hometown
oil is wild orange. And wild orange is energizing, it's uplifting. I have it currently in my water cup. It's a stainless steel cup. If you want to put it in your water and try that, let me know. I think you might love it. I know that's usually your go-to.
It is my go-to. I put it not only in my water, but you can add it to a mocha. And it makes like a mocha Valencia, and you can put it in really any beverage, your morning, afternoon, or even your evening beverages. It's good.
It is very good in those evening beverages, I have to say. So wild orange, again, energizing, uplifting. It's a happy oil. How would you use it, and what is the mask that you have now?
Okay, so I want to talk about a procedural mask.
Okay.
Because it fits so snugly to the skin, I would not recommend applying this oil to the inside of the mask.
All right.
Because again, raw by itself, I could not put it on my face.
One of the other things about citrus oils is they are photosensitive. So you want to make sure that if you do put them on your skin, diluted with a vegetable oil, that you give yourself time before you go out in the sun, about 12 hours. So both lemon and wild orange photosensitive.
Yeah. So if I was going to use orange on this procedure mask, again, clean finger.
Okay.
Touch the top of the bottle. You don't need a lot. And I would rub it along the bridge of the nose.
Okay.
Or down here at the bottom corners. Again, you're not putting it on any part of the mask that is going to impact the efficacy. It's not going to deteriorate the material of this mask. And just by touching that little bit, you can smell it. It smells great. And again, it really does have an emotional impact. It makes you it's a happy oil. It makes me feel happy.
Right. Right. Definitely. I mean, after hours of wearing, I could totally see. Yeah. I do not work in a field that I have to do that, but I can totally see how that would help. So wild orange, it's amazing. So lemon, same thing, photosensitive. It is, again, a happy oil, uplifting, super purifying. And I have had a lot of autistic children just love this oil because it's got a very, very clean, simple scent.
It does.
It does. So one of the things that Christina was talking about was touching the top. So anytime that you pull the lid off, there was always just a touch of essential oil. You probably can't see the glisten that sits on that orifice. And that is a plenty to be able to put. So let me put some on that mask and talk to me about the mask that you have now.
All right, so this is just a standard cloth reusable mask.
Okay.
Again, because it touches my skin, I would not recommend, or at least for me, I would not put the oil on the inside.
Okay.
All right, but like you did, you rubbed it on the bridge of the nose. That's awesome. Or down again in these corners, anywhere on the bottom.
Okay.
Not affecting or not impacting the efficacy of the mask by putting it on the rubber or anything. But lemon has many uses.
It does. It does. So one of the things that I use it for is to take the residual. I repurpose my bottles. And when I pull that label off, I have a little bit of that adhesive. Mm-hmm. And I use that for getting that adhesive off, countertops, products that I purchased that come home, you want to take the stickers off. And then you've told me about another way.
Yeah, it'll remove the adhesive from your EKG leads. So if you have somebody with maybe a little bit sensitive skin, that'll help a lot. Just make sure to wipe. You want to wash it off afterwards, obviously.
Right.
But any kind of tape or adhesive, your like I said, your EKG leads, bandage tape, even Band-Aids, it's magic.
I love it. I love it. Okay, and our last oil, as we wind down here, is tea tree. And I know you use this every day. It is in my owie stick. I make it into a diluted, like little roller bottle stick with lavender. And my grandkids call it the owie stick. So I definitely use tea tree. You can clean with tea tree. It's got a lovely, very clean scent. You could also use this in the mask because, again, just changing the smell. So one of the other things that you've mentioned is, especially while you were an EMT, but even, you know, on the construction sites, you run into areas with not such good smells.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
That's a very good point. So any of the oils mentioned here today, in my personal opinion, Breathe and tea tree oil are super awesome at covering up those unsavory smells that we might encounter throughout
I like
the
the way
day.
you put that, unsavory.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so how do you use this every day?
I use this every day in my conditioner. I put 1 drop in my conditioner, massage it into my scalp as though it was shampoo, and it is really helpful for clarity of skin, any type of blemishes or inconsistencies you have with your skin or scalp. It's fantastic.
I love it.
And it's cooling.
It is cooling.
I put that with Deep Blue, and I put that on my pulse points, and it gives you an intense cooling feeling. You wouldn't believe how effective it is.
I add this with the Deep Blue when I put it on my feet when I'm going to be on my feet all day long.
Yeah, I used that in Ridgecrest.
With
the Deep Blue.
Wow, you were over there.
Yeah,
for
it was
the
115 degrees.
Oh, you're right. Cooling. Anything cooling. So that is what's in your kit. And we just want to, again, say thank you for your service. Thank you for everything that you're doing out there. Please contact us for any questions that you may have, or us meaning who's on the sticker. You won't be contacting her because she's going to be out there doing cert things or traveling around playing in tunnels. But again, the numbers are right there on your kits. You'll also receive a breakdown of all the products that are in there, and contact information is also on that sheet of paper. Thank you for everything you're doing. And I know that you always end everything with,
be safe.
Thank you so much. God bless. Bye-bye.